What's up, guys? Welcome back to Garage 13. I'm Dylan and cameraman today is Hanson. Today we are getting close to getting the engine back in the car. So I'm going to make some engine hoist hooks that hook onto the head of the engine, because when I used it before I was just wrapping the chain around the manifolds, and not that that's necessarily unsafe, I just don't want to do that this time because I painted the manifold. I don't want to scratch it. So right now I'm repurposing a old engine mount from the KA. I'm just going to cut it in half, drill some holes so I can bolt it up, and it should be good to go. And as always, you want to remember safety first. We got our eyeglasses and some gloves, especially when doing the drill press. So I've already started the process. I found out pretty quickly that my cutoff wheel is not very good. Our compressor just doesn't have enough juice. So to make it a little bit easier and quicker, I'm going to drill some relief holes just so I don't have to cut as much. So we're all done drilling our relief holes. I got 5, kind of crooked, but it's all right. Now we're going to get the cutoff wheel and get it cut in half for the rest of the way so we can get it modified to be put on the head. Alright guys, so we got that mount fully completed. Got a few holes drilled into it and it mounted up. On the other side we weren't able to get a mount in there, so we have a toe strap or whatever, and we just wrapped it around a few times to make it I guess as secure as possible. And we got our heavy duty chain with some links that can lock, and hopefully it should work. Alright, we're done lifting it up. Hopefully everything works out. I know it looks a little sketchy, but we'll find out in just a second. I got the engine off the engine stand, and that gives me access to the rear main seal. And to get that off, it's 6 bolts that connect to the block and 4 that connect to the oil pan. Then you just gotta pry it off to replace the rear main seal. We finally got it wedged off the block. I used the scraper and a hammer, just a hammer in between the gasket on the oil pan first, and then these little sections right here, I just hammer it in between it, and then it will pry off a little bit. I got the old rear main seal out with just a hammer and a screwdriver. Now I'm pressing in the new one, and after that I just need to put RTV along this surface and this surface for the oil pan. I just cleaned off the old gasket using a Scotch-Brite pad. Now we're ready to get the RTV or the Nissan gasket on there. And we do an application right here and on the bottom for the oil pan. That should be enough gasket. Looks like a lot. Better safe than sorry, right? Alright, it's on there. We got the seal. You just want to make sure that inner spring that holds tension on the crank just doesn't get flipped. Otherwise you'll leak oil. And then now you just put the bolts on there. Alright, so that is how you replace a rear main seal on a RB25DET. We did make it look a lot easier because obviously engine and transmission is out of the car, and I already have my transmission off, the clutch and every flywheel and everything off. So keep in mind this is something you would want to replace while you're doing a clutch replacement. It's not mandatory, but it's just like a preventative maintenance. Like, it's a pain in the butt if you have oil leaking out of that when you just replaced your clutch. You'll be kicking yourself because you were just there. So if you have any questions about this video or the process, please leave a comment below. If you have a question about my build, leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like. We appreciate it. And if you want updates for our new videos that we post every week, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you get notified right away. As always, thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.
Hey, what's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.